Come on. Howdy, people. I know it's been a while since I been around, and I guess I was just so busy working all the time, doing two jobs, going home from one job to go to sleep, to get up to go to work for another job. Just ain't cutting it for me these days. So I definitely decided I'm going to leave one of the jobs. Just happens to be the overnight job that I work at, because I just come to the conclusion that I hate working overnight. It is so draining. So I think probably by either September or even early October, I'm definitely going to be leaving there. And I do that with great trepidation, because I've been at that job for like 22 years. Did a lot of good over there. Helped a lot of people. Had some fun. But the 22 years there, I mean, it was all good and everything, but I should have moved further in my life. But I guess I was just making so much, just making good money. I just got lazy. And then when a new management company took over, I began to find it a little more difficult to conform. Let's face it, I mean, people can be very frightened of change. And that's probably one of my greatest fears I think I have, is change. I've always hated change. Never adapted well, but hey, listen, if I can't adapt to them, I'll just, leave and just continue running the security for the other shopping center that I work at, and maybe even try to do more with myself, like, go back to school or try writing. Yeah, maybe I'll take up, what's the word? I'll take a leave from my friend Kimberly, because she's writing about, her life, which is drastically different from mine, but maybe I will give writing a try. It doesn't have to necessarily be about my life. It could be about whatever. But I guess on a sad note, what was it? It was last week where I read about this silly old 88-year-old white supremacist who walked into a Holocaust museum and just decided to shoot the place up. It didn't The only reason why it really caught my interest is because the guy who got killed in there was a security officer who was just basically doing his job. And, the guy gets up, goes to work, and has no idea that he probably won't be coming home. It's just a shame. But it just, always goes to what I've always believed, that police and fire department, they deserve they deserve every kind of kudos you give to them, any kind of respect. They deserve their praise, because, like I said, they are the first responders. But, like I said, security is still and always will be on the front line. So, to security, may they forever stay on the front line and keep people safe. Oh, and also I'm preparing my apartment for a friend of mine. She's coming from Australia, and she does this, I guess, every other 2 years, because 2 years ago she came to visit me, and I guess it's 2 years again. So I'll probably be vacating my home for like maybe 2 to 3 weeks and staying with my mother, and let me mate from Australia take over and stay here for a while. It'll be interesting having her over, and maybe that's the sort of company. Maybe she's just, what I need right now. Company, a good friend. But my doorbell's ringing, so I gotta find out who's at the door. But until then, keep, what was the word? Oh, keep up the good thoughts. And to my dear friend Kimberly, hope you're doing good. And watch your last video, number 28. You got some real sexy shoulders. Peace out. One.